Well, kumusta kayo mga idol? Ang ating mapapanood sa video ito ay ang laban ni Marco Antonio Barrera versus pambansang kamao, walang iba kundi si Manny Pacquiao. Pero bago natin umpisa ng bakbakan ito, kung bago ka pa lang sa aming munting channel, huwag mo na makalimutan mag-subscribe at pakihit na rin sa notification bell sa all para lagi tayo updated sa bago nating i-upload tulad nito. Maraming salamat po. Pero bago natin umpisa ng mga galing boksingirong ito, ay mag-intro muna tayo mga idol. Ating balikan ang naging laban ng ating kababayan versus sa nagmaliit at nagyabang na boksingiro, walang iba kundi si Marco Antonio Barrera, at alamin kung paano nga ba pinasuko ng ating pambato ang kanyang katunggali sa ibabaw ng lona.
Incidentally, 10,127 in the Alamo Dome for this fight. That's 3 fewer than the 10,130 who saw the promoter Oscar De La Hoya knock out David Kamau June of 1997. Pacquiao reaching with the left hand. Barrera reaches out and goes to the body with both hands. And Nicky Cole, yes, Lawrence Cole's going to call that a knockdown as he motions Barrera to a neutral corner and applies the count. And already Barrera has knocked Pacquiao down. And Pacquiao saying, why? Why'd you call that a knockdown?
I'm not sure that Cole saw that punch land, and I'm not sure that a punch did land.
We'll have to take a look at a replay to see exactly what happened. I didn't see a heavy punch land. It looked as much like a slip as anything else.
Surprisingly, but Barrera is much more aggressive than I expected. Normally when he fights southpaws, he's more of a conservative, laid-back counter-puncher.
Hard left hand to the body by Pacquiao. Barrera seems to have come in here and counter upstairs. Barrera short with a jab. Pacquiao lands his jab. Reach advantage for the Filipino fighter. Barrera seeming to try to step forward and dial the jab in. Staring at Pacquiao's chest. Left hand counter by Barrera. Now he lands the jab. He's closed the distance between the two of them, Emmanuel.
Yes, I'm looking for Pacquiao is trying to find a way to get his straight left hand to the center, but he cannot seem to find the target with Barrera.
When we go to the corners, in Pacquiao's corner, where they might speak Tagalog, our interpreter is Ernie Kalua. In Barrera's corner, where they will speak Spanish, our interpreter is Ray Torres. Good left.
Let's see what happened on that knockdown. Or was it a knockdown?
A straight left landed by Pacquiao. When he landed, he twisted.
Jab, and since that time, he's been tactically in control.
Actually control with the jab, but Pacquiao is trying to take control. Is this going to be a good fight? Because neither guy is going to accept the other guy controlling the fight.
Pacquiao has been getting his left hand in, just like there. He's had 4 or 5 of them, 6 in the last 30 seconds.
Pacquiao scraping Barrera now with 1-2 combinations upstairs, landing his jab and landing 3 left hands behind the jab in that sequence.
Pacquiao seems to be getting his rhythm going now. Barrera's taking his time, getting his time, but he's got to get back to using that left jab a lot more. Because if he doesn't, Pacquiao's going to get that rhythm back again and eventually start putting something that's going to still being landed by Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao has come out with a determined rally in round 2, trying to get back up on the scorecard after that strange knockdown ruling in round number 1. We used a lot of energy in that round, Emmanuel.
And I thought that Barrera was having real trouble dealing with that straight left hand.
And with Pacquiao's hand speed.
Well, I like the speed and the rhythm that Pacquiao.
Hard left hand, straight on the button by Pacquiao. Down goes Barrera. He's been knocked down 3 times in his career.
There was
Never this early in a fight.
that left hand again. He doesn't see it coming, or he just can't cope with its speed.
Well, Pacquiao's got a little rhythm. He doesn't just come straight in. He goes a little kind of semi-Mike Tyson run, in and out, side to side. And then he shoots his right hand straight through the center.
There's probably some in this arena who didn't really know who Manny with left hands. Marco hanging in now. He's tasted the power, but Manny's having another big round.
He has a great round. I don't know if Barrera's going to survive it, but if he does survive this round, and Pacquiao runs out of gas a few rounds later, Pacquiao's going to be in trouble. But if he stays right here, everything is great for Pacquiao. Just stays right here.
Pacquiao coming right through the right hand counter. Landed
has been trying to do all night long. He finally landed.
Right on the jaw.
Pacquiao seems like he's got his confidence, and he's meeting Barrera with fury face to face. Whenever Barrera tries to challenge him back, he's not giving in. And Barrera just cannot figure his movements out.
Combi box numbers in the fourth round again favored Pacquiao, particularly the 18-7 edge and power connects. And Vine and Santa Monica. Hard right hand by Pacquiao. Barrera just trying to stay away. Left hand lands for Pacquiao in that combination. No need for Manny to get reckless now. He's winning every round.
It looks like, I don't know, Barrera may have a bad cut on his left cheek.
It's either a cut or a mark of some sort. It is not dripping blood.
No. Probably a mark. But Pacquiao...
Another hard left hand for Pacquiao, who's getting a chance to target it.
Pacquiao shooting nothing but straight shots directly through the gout.
That helps Barrera.
It's hard to overstate how big a victory would be for Pacquiao in the Philippines. This fight here is perceived as
Beautiful right cross that came.
Still, Pacquiao landed 16 out of 42 power shots. Barrera only got 14 of them off. So it appears to be another round that Pacquiao is likely to have won. Barrera hasn't really found any answers since round one. Pacquiao going to the body effectively. Starting to dominate every area of the fight. Now Barrera gets a hard right hand back. Thinks he's hurt Pacquiao. Chases him down a little bit. Manny raises his arms to say, yeah, come on, trade with me. You know I want you to trade with me. Hard left to the body by Pacquiao.
that rally suggests it's a little early to count out a great pro like Barrera. Still got half a fight to go after this.
Well, Barrera's the kind of fighter who can win a fight when he's outgunned, but another right hand over the top. This is a round that judges could give to Barrera if they're looking for one to give to Marco. But Pacquiao's body punches set up another knockdown, and Lawrence Cole says it's not a knockdown. Their feet must have been tangled up. I'll tell you what, that was a hard left hand, and there's another one like
That looks like more of a knock.
Right there, you see he's throwing the combinations out, dropping underneath, and Barrera was off balance. But you could call it a knockdown because any blow that lands above the waist that causes the person to go down legally is a knockdown.
Hey, 4 punches in round 6. Pacquiao landed 32 out of 67. That's his high number for the fight. Harold Letterman, have you found any round since the first to give to Barrera? No, Jim. 5 rounds to 1. 58. 50. And now there's a big cut on Barrera's left eye. And he's claiming that he was butted. And Pacquiao's grin is getting bigger.
There is blood dripping.
And you hear Lawrence Cole saying accidental headbutt, and it is a big cut. Barrera's been cut many times before. That's a bad one, although it's small. And frankly, you know, if he chooses to stop, they go to the scorecards and he loses. So he's got no real competitive choice other than to keep going under any circumstance.
It's not really his choice. If he chooses not to fight, then the fight's over. and it's-
Every indication is that he doesn't want to fight anymore. Even though I feel that the cut, even though it's bad, it probably could be stopped. But I don't think he wants to fight anymore.
He should be talking.
Barrera seemed to be asking for a DQ against Pacquiao, but Cole had already ruled it an accidental butt. Marco's in a lot of pain, as he showed you. His corner was asking for the left hook to the body.
it was definitely an accident. But I think the fact that Barrera is not comfortable with the way the fight is going, he will use as an excuse possible to have the fight terminated.
And there was Barrera's butt attempt on its own during the course of that 7th round. Now we go to the 8th. I'm running out on Marco Antonio Barrera, who hasn't won enough rounds to really be in the fight and hasn't shown enough power.
Another bad hit, but Pacquiao came back so fast that the referee didn't.
Pacquiao could be emerging in this fight as the second exciting fighter to come on the scene this year following Mayorga. Perhaps with more skill and not quite as much power in his weight class.
But it brings a lot of spirit to much like Mayorga. And that's really a quality that is hard to give a fighter. A lot of determination.
Pacquiao, hard left hand by Barrera. Backs Pacquiao up. Hard right hand by Barrera. Uppercut landed. It fires then did tonight's fight.
You can see once you're getting the right jab is coming across, being a very effective punch as well as the headbutt. So Pacquiao's beating the left both.
Pacquiao giving Barrera momentary breathing space, and Marco takes advantage to drive him into the ropes and try to mount some aggression. Uppercut by Barrera landing sharply to the body. Pacquiao lands a left hand. Barrera counters back with a left and a right. Big punches from Pacquiao, and again the power deficit show doesn't seem to want to slow down at all. And now Dicky Cole is going to warn Manny Pacquiao. -1 against Barrera.
I think because Barrera hit him maybe on the break. He's just out of his frustration.
Well, I think it was a quick little headbutt, and it was out of his frustration.
Either the headbutt or hitting on the break, either way. The -1 means nothing to that left hand to the body enough to weaken any of Manny Pacquiao's assault.
When he does punch, he's not punching signal with the confidence that he has shown in the past.
Big left hand again by Pacquiao. Barrera having trouble seeing out of his left eye. Barrera talking to the referee and saying, what about him? Pacquiao just hammered him. Just hammering him. Right and left.
Barrera's not. There you hear Pacquiao's putting together punches right now. Not necessarily a hard punch, just a large of punches coming from all angles. And that's what you should do when you have a fight turn.
Right, and
That's exactly what I thought it was.
that is another definition of youth.
Well, he landed 33 power punches by CompuBox count in the 9th round. That's his biggest output of the fight so far. Harold assaulting Marco Antonio Barrera, mugging him, and about to leave him in the gutter.
Ready, right left again.
Got a chance here in San Antonio.
And what I like about this fight, Pacquiao is fighting with the same spirit and determination. He's not coasting, he's not lightening up like a lot of the fighters have been recently, which has permitted him to be victim of these so-called bad decisions.
Fighters in the world.
He's an icon.
One of the most entertaining fighters in the world. One of the most complete fighters in the world.
One of the most knocked down fighters in the world right at this moment. Second official knockdown of the fight for Pacquiao. He's right on top of Barrera.
Pacquiao was right there as soon as the referee.
He looked like Jack Dempsey against Jess Willard.
Yeah, well, I think Barrera almost went down from exhaustion in that occasion.
But officially should have knocked down.
And he's taken a lot of left hands.
An awesome young fighter.
Awesome.
We are not going to have to go through hearing another decision with
15 before the end of the round. Barrera's corner hadn't stepped in. Now here was the first knockdown back in the 3rd round. No, this is the knockdown in this round. Yeah. This is the knockdown where Barrera as Larry said, went down basically from exhaustion. Barrera's corner, stepping in from the apron to say, all right, enough.
This is a great performance from Pacquiao. You know, and I'm very impressed with the fact that he fought with the intensity throughout the entire fight, and at the end, even picked it up.
I think he could have fought 20 rounds tonight.
Yeah, he was out. The reports that I got that he
Sa tingin ko, masayang-masaya yung mga kababayan ko. It's not like a fight of Linok Lewis and in Tyson. So, I know it's, our countryman is, my countryman is very happy.
Yeah, he thinks that the whole country is celebrating right now. Everybody's happy. It's comparable to Lennox Lewis and the Tyson fight, and this is another legend in the making.
So you were a star before this fight. What are you now?
Superstar na naman ngayon.
Now I'm super touched to the eyes of the people, but in myself I don't want to be higher than before. I will still before down. I will still down.
He means that he wanted to still be humble as he usually is.
Thank you very much, Manny, for a great fight. Congratulations again.
Dito na po nagtatapos ang ating video. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panunod, walang sawang suporta. Ikaw idol, anong masasabi mo sa labang ito? Para sa inyong opinion, i-comment mo niyan sa ating comment section sa ibaba. At kung nagustuhan mo naman ang video ito, paiwan naman ako ng like at pasubscribe na rin sa ating munting channel. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Sama kayo na rin lang, mag-ingat, God bless. Bye bye.